Hello investors and real estate enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Rent to Retirement YouTube channel. I'm your host, Sam Hack, here to teach you about the magical world of real estate investing. Today we're going to be covering a benefit of real estate investing that not a lot of people know about because it's a little bit higher level. It's known as the counter-inflationary power of real estate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell below to stay up to date with our videos. We really appreciate your support. Stay tuned for an interesting show diving into Economics 101 and proving that real estate is still the best investment you could ever make. Let's do this. To understand what we're talking about here, we first need to unpack what inflation is and why we want to counter it anyway. Inflation is a measure of the rate of rising prices for goods and services in an economy. There are a few different reasons why inflation happens, but in a simplistic view, inflation occurs when the government prints more money, making each dollar worth less. This happens because of the idea of scarcity. If there are unlimited dollars in the world, nobody would really want them. They'd be worthless. But if there are only a few dollars, everyone would want to get their hands on them because we've accepted the dollar as the best medium of exchange for goods and services in our economy. As a quick example, in 1913, a gallon of milk cost 36 cents. And 100 years later, in 2013, a jug of milk cost $3.53, almost 10 times higher. Why? Because the government printed a bunch of new money over that 100-year period. That money ended up in everyone's pockets and gave everyone a greater ability to pay for goods and services, including milk, which increased its price. If people are able to pay a higher price, trust me, sellers will charge a higher price. Moral of the story, if we're just saving dollars while the government is printing more money, we're actually losing value each and every day because we're not able to buy as much tomorrow as we could today. So now that we know what inflation is, how does real estate help hedge against it? All right, let's get back into it. Another way that real estate has a counter-inflationary power is that a buyer of real estate can use debt or leverage to complete the purchase. You can put down about 20% to 25% in cash to buy a property and use 80% of leverage to close. The person or entity lending you the other 80% is going to charge you interest on the money that they lend you. To really see the usefulness of leverage, let's say that the interest rate the lender is going to charge you is 3%. Well, this is a nominal interest rate. So if we subtract 2% for inflation, we end up with a real interest rate of 1%. This is really cool compared to an investment that doesn't use any leverage at all, because an investment without leverage doesn't benefit from all the free money that the lender is actually giving you, or any interest that's charged at 2% or below. To make sure this is clear, if anyone will lend to you at the inflation rate or lower, take as much as you can because the value of that money is going to degrade at the same rate that you have to pay it back. If someone offers you a loan at 0%, they might be insane because they're losing real value and buying power every second that you hold it. A dollar today is worth more than a dollar tomorrow. Let's do a quick example of a single family investment property in Kansas City, Missouri that's worth $100,000 on the first day of the year. We rent this house out for $1,000 per month, and our interest rate on our 30-year fixed rate mortgage is 3%, with the inflation rate being 2%. As we mentioned, appreciation usually keeps up with the rate of inflation or exceeds it, and so at the end of our first year, our house is now worth $102,000. By the end of our first year lease, we're also ready to raise the rents by 2% due to inflation. So by the end of the year, we're gonna raise them to $1,020 per month. And the tenants are willing to pay this because likely they got a 2% raise over the course of the year as well. Lastly, our mortgage interest rate is 3%, giving us a monthly payment of $422. At the end of the year, the real value of the dollars that we borrowed to buy the house have degraded or decreased by 2% due to inflation, so our real interest rate is 1%. The year after, the dollars that we borrowed to complete the purchase of the house are again worth 2% less, same with the year after that. You can see how the power of compounding will continually degrade the value of this money each and every year that we pay it back. Each month we make a mortgage payment, the less and less real value we're paying back, but the nominal value always stays the same at $422 a month. One of the most influential economists of all time, John Maynard Keynes, said, "By continuing a process of inflation, secretly and unobserved, governments can confiscate an important part of the wealth of their citizens." Don't let this happen to you. This is why we must find a physical asset to invest in that's a real store of value to grow and maintain the value of our money. Real estate is a no-brainer to do this. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you a good general overview of how inflation interacts with real estate and the real estate investing world. If there's anything you didn't understand or you have questions about, please leave me a comment down below, and I will go ahead and make another video diving deeper into that specific topic. My goal and mission for all these videos is to educate like-minded investors so we can all learn together and achieve our real estate goals. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell below. For more information about Rent to Retirement, our educational resources, or investment opportunities, please see the contact information right after this in the outro. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.